Hey, hey, hey. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to America. You know, over the last, I'm going to say, few months, we still have certain issues that we've never taken care of. I know we have a pandemic that's going on, and that will settle itself, hopefully. But the pandemic that has been going on for hmm, centuries is still rearing its ugly head. And it's something that we haven't really addressed at all. We just sit back there and say, oh, well, we'll sweep it up under the rug. But you can't, unfortunately. And it's called black and white. What is the real truth? What's really going on? You know, we can say, well, nah, we don't want to break this down with racial lines, but when it's all said and done, that's what it is. Racial lines. We seen about 3 days ago, young man walk into a grocery store in Colorado, Boulder, Colorado, and killed 10 people, including a police officer. Now, we want to say that, oh, well, folks want to say that this young man needed mental health. He had mental health issues. He needed help mentally. But I'm going to say this: if he was cognizant enough to take that rifle into that grocery store and start blasting people, then he's cognizant enough to know what's going on. Deshaun Watson can get accused of sexual assault, and it's a big thing. Meanwhile, Chad Wheeler, another NFL player, can damn near beat his girlfriend to death, and ain't nobody saying nothing. It's like if it's an African American problem, then it's an African American problem. It's not our problem, it's their problem. But if it's a Caucasian, hold the phone, stop everything. That's not how it goes, people. That's not how things are supposed to break down. Things are supposed to be done supposedly equally. Equally. If it's not done equally, then why is it done? You understand? Why is it done? It has gotten to basically a point where, you know, you're damn if you do and you're damn if you don't. And that doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all that someone can go out here, kill God knows how many people, and get away with it. And one person can be alleged and charged in the court of public opinion and be destroyed. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. If we are Americans, like we supposedly say, not one, there's only a handful of people that has been charged in the insurrection at the Capitol. Although it was hundreds of people that committed some violent acts, yet still, they're still running around at large. But had it been a group of black people that did that, it would have been a nationwide manhunt. It's kind of like slow crossing. But these main people will say, well, if it's 16 murders in Chicago on a few hours, they're jumping onto it. To me, wrong is wrong. I don't care what color he commits it, it's still a wrong act. Excuse me. It's still a violent act. I mean, you can get mad about it, you can jump up about it, but it's still considered a violent act. And I know I've heard on another YouTube channel, Pastor Dow go, well, if you didn't ban assault weapons, then this wouldn't happen. Kill that noise, Pastor. The Second Amendment obviously doesn't mean anything to a lot of people because they never read the whole thing. I don't need an AR-15 to protect me in public. I got God, Pastor. I don't need I really don't need a weapon at all. Why do I pay my taxes for the police if I need a weapon? If I need a weapon, walk around it. Don't we pay them to protect us? Supposedly. Like I said, this thing reeks of black and white. Had that been a black man that ran into that grocery store and started busting people, believe you me, he wouldn't have been walking out there in handcuffs and going into psychiatric review. George Floyd supposedly passed a counterfeit $20 bill and ended up losing his life for it. This young man walks into a grocery store in Colorado, kills 10 people, including a police officer, and walks out. At Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Fort Lauderdale, kid kills 17 people, goes to Subway, and comes back, he's alive. Dylan Roof, ditto. Let a black man get into an argument with a police officer, holding a phone, he's a dead man. He's a dead man. And it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make not one iota of sense. If we really want to be the America that we said we were supposed to be, we got to sit down and have a hard talk about some of these issues. We have to have a hard talk about gun control. But to me, with gun control, there's only two words that really matter: responsibility and accountability. First of all, are you responsible enough to handle the position of having a firearm? And are you accountable enough if something goes wrong or something happens? That's it. It's not just color with black and white, it's just how things are. if the law is broken and you have that statue in black and white, follow it. Follow it. I mean, why is it taking so long for the folks who killed Breonna Taylor to be brought to justice? Why is it taking so long? It's been a whole year. And these men, they got fired. They lost their jobs, but they haven't been charged with anything. The longer they wait, probably Breonna will never get justice. Hopefully George will get some justice because they said, well, they gave him $27 million. $27 million ain't shit. After the lawyers deduct their fees and everything else, ain't really much nothing. It ain't gonna bring George back. A mere penance for life. Derek Chauvin is still alive. The other police officers that participated and watched, they're still living. Over a $20 bill, supposedly fake $20 bill. Whereas a man can walk in the store, shoot 10 people. Yeah, I'm going to keep harping on it. I'm going to keep harping on it until something is done or we do something about it. Like I said, I know we got a pandemic going on and that's going to take care of itself. But what we need to do is deal with the human side of the game. A lot to think about, people. But think about it.